guys, Jeff Rake, how are you?
How are you?
Very well. Oh shit.
I did that, sorry. Put that back up. Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Test one.
So we need you here because you can actually answer questions.
Okay. Yes, you need exactly. You need me so I can answer a few
Shrouded
questions.
in mystery.
Or will I?
Well, you know.
So what, like within reason, what are you allowed to share that actually gives the audience some sense of where the show is headed?
Right. So, at the end of season 1, we were really focused on. We had a couple different cliffhangers at the end of the season, but the most fundamental one is this mythological card turn about this death date, right? So the plane had been missing for 5.5 years, and we discovered in the season 1 finale that the passengers may only have 5.5 years to live. The exact amount of time they had been gone, that's how much time they've been brought back. So why? What does that mean? So season 2 will be very focused, among other things, on the idea of this death date, and that'll drive story for us in 2 different ways. Number one, from a place of mystery and mythology. Primarily the characters of Ben and Michaela and Sanvi are kind of on the case. They're on the death date case, trying to figure out, could this be a real thing? And if this is a real thing, is there any way to undo that death date, right? So Ben and Michaela, from a place of the mythological, they're kind of exploring these voices and visions. What do they mean? And is there anything about these callings that they experience that connect them to the death date? Are these all puzzle pieces that can be put together? In the end of season 1, they put some puzzle pieces together with the help of Olive to help them understand the death date. And so now in season 2, Ben, Michaela, Olive, and others are going to be putting more puzzle pieces together to try to understand, is there a workaround for the death date? And by the end of season 2, they may just come to discover that there may be a way around this. And what they learn specifically is going to drive story in season 3. The other side of the equation, though, is emotional, right? When you learn you have a death date, not like any of us have ever, well, that's not true. In the real world, a lot of people do learn that they have a death date. And that's a real emotional driver. You know you have a finite amount of time to live. What do you do with those choices? And a lot of the storytelling in season 2, from the emotional side of the show, relationships, love, romance, choices made, second chances, is very much driven by that death date. Am I out of here already?
We have one more hit for you, and then we're out.
One more question, come on.
One more.
So when you're
2 more, super fast.
when you're planning something like
Yeah.
this, what kind of, do you have like everything mapped out on a board kind of?
Right, I got that. So I have everything mapped out on a board just like that. I have my 6-year plan, which I've always had, and then at the beginning of every season, my writers and I spend 2 weeks in the room creating literally that board. And in Hollywood, California, there is a conference room with literally that board, the 13-episode grid, vertical access with all the characters, horizontal access by episode, and that is completely filled in, and that is our Bible for season 2. Yes, sir, finally.
What can you tease about the very first episode, and what excites you the most about the return to this?
So season 2, we come back on the plane. You're going to think it's a dream sequence, but then you're going to realize that it's not so much a dream sequence. There's going to be a macro calling, a voice and a vision in episode 1, and that's going to set up an arc that takes us halfway through the season. So it's a calling, a puzzle that they'll be piecing together for the first 7 episodes, and by the time we get to episode 7, it's going to take a really dark turn, I am sorry to report, and everything is going to be changed, and that'll be a real driver for the back half of season 2. I don't know where she went. One more.
Are you able to reveal when it's going to be coming out? Early 2020.
You know, we haven't announced a lockdown date yet. I think there's still a little bit of wiggle room on the network schedule, but I'm told winter 2020. So you know, by the time the snow melts, we'll be on the air.
Do you keep it in the contract to have it be 13 episodes to make sure that there's no filler?
That's not in the contract. That is just kind of through the collective wisdom of the network studio and producers.
The gunshot, is the first scene on the plane, or is the first scene the gunshot?
Within the first 2.5 minutes of the season premiere, we will have answered the question of that. I'm not going to tell you about the first scene, but way before the first commercial break, you'll have all the closure that you need on that one.
in regard to the first season, did you kind of hit all your targets at what you wanted to do, or were there any detours based on like the actors plugged into the characters
Right.
kind of thing?
Every season has its own locked in stone endpoint that I know that I have to get to come hell or high water. We got to our endpoint. Some areas I spent a little more time, some a little bit less, but in season 1 and in all the seasons to come, I'm going to hit all my marks. I have no choice. So nice to see you all. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks, Holly.